Really Haunted Places does not support or endorse trespassing to visit haunted places. Before you decide to visit, please make sure to acquire the appropriate permits and/or permissions, and be respectful of properties that are privately owned.
Are you ready for a spine-tingling, hair-raising adventure? Today, we're journeying into the heart of Cleveland, Ohio, a city that's as famous for its spectral sightings as it is for its rock and roll. We're not talking about your run-of-the-mill haunted houses here. These are places where history has left an indelible, and some say, otherworldly, mark. So, grab your flashlights and let's dive into the eerie tales of the top 7 real haunted places in Cleveland. This Victorian stone house, known as the most haunted house in Ohio, was built in the 1800s by Hannes Tiedemann, a wealthy German immigrant. Over the years, it has been the site of numerous deaths, leading to stories of crying babies heard through the walls, a woman in black seen in the tower, and even the apparition of Karen, who was allegedly murdered with an axe. The castle's dark history and eerie occurrences have earned it the title of the most haunted house in Ohio. But don't take our word for it, dare to step inside? This historic armory has served as a private military company since 1837. It's not just the age of the building that gives it a haunted reputation, but the reports from staff members who have heard unexplained footsteps and seen apparitions dating back to the Civil War era. Some have even reported hearing the sounds of a phantom regiment drilling on the parade ground. Can you hear the phantom footsteps marching in unison? This theater, which opened in 1927 and closed in 1986, is said to be visited by at least 19 spirits. From former performers to workers, these spirits have been known to interact with visitors. One particularly active spirit is Clara, a woman in a white dress believed to have performed here. Visitors have reported hearing her singing and seeing her apparition on stage. Will you be the next to hear Clara's haunting melody? This former funeral home and hospital is said to be haunted by shadow people and a swirling vortex. A man was even shot and bled to death near the doorstep in 2006. Visitors have reported feeling a heavy presence and hearing strange noises, including whispers and footsteps. Do you dare to step inside and experience the chilling presence? This theater, built in 1913, is said to be haunted by a man wearing a yellow raincoat. Cleaning crews have reported doors unlocking and opening on their own, and guests have reported feeling a strange presence in the basement lounge. Some have even claimed to see the man in the yellow raincoat himself. Will you be the next to encounter the man in the yellow raincoat? In the heart of downtown Cleveland, Ohio, stands a towering testament to history, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. Erected in 1894, this monument honors the 9,000 Cuyahoga County residents who served in the Civil War. But beneath its grandeur lies a network of underground tunnels where some say the past refuses to rest. The catacombs below the monument, designed to distribute the weight of hundreds of tons of black granite, bronze statues, and a 125-foot-tall obelisk, are eerily reminiscent of the crypt system of a European cathedral. The unrefined, unfinished stone walls invite tales of a haunting by the monument's designer, Levi Schofield. But are these tales mere urban legends, or is there a spectral truth to them? Ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts who have dared to venture into these tunnels have reported strange occurrences. Some have said they temporarily lost power in their cameras and batteries, only to find them mysteriously restored later. Could this be the work of the Civil War soldiers said to haunt the monument? One chilling tale comes from a visitor who claimed to have heard the distinct sound of marching boots echoing through the tunnels. As he turned around, he saw a spectral figure dressed in a Civil War uniform marching in place. The figure vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind an icy chill. Another visitor reported hearing hushed whispers in the tunnels. She couldn't make out the words, but the tone was urgent, as if discussing a battle strategy. When she turned on her flashlight, the whispers abruptly stopped, and she found herself alone in the tunnel. Perhaps the most unsettling story comes from a group of visitors who claimed to have seen a ghostly figure standing at the end of a tunnel. The figure, dressed in a Civil War uniform, stood silently, staring at them. As they approached, the figure slowly faded away, leaving behind an empty tunnel. These stories have led many to believe that the Soldiers and Sailors Monument is more than just a historical landmark. It's a place where the past lingers in the present, where spectral soldiers continue to guard the memory of their fallen comrades. While these tales of the haunted tunnels of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument are chilling, they also serve as a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who served in the Civil War. Whether you're a believer in the paranormal or a skeptic, one thing is certain. The Soldiers and Sailors Monument is a place where history comes alive, both literally and figuratively. So, the next time you find yourself in Cleveland, why not pay a visit to the Soldiers and Sailors Monument? Who knows, you might just come away with a ghost story of your own. But remember, while exploring these haunted tunnels, you're never truly alone. The spectral soldiers of Cleveland are always watching. Standing tall is the grand edifice known as the Renaissance Hotel. Opened in 1918 as the Hotel Cleveland, this charming and luxurious establishment has a history that reaches back to the early 1800s. But beneath its bright and inviting facade lies a chilling secret. The Renaissance Hotel is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in Cleveland. The site on which the hotel stands was once occupied by Maury's Tavern, a small establishment that opened in 1814. After a fire destroyed the tavern, the Forest City House, an impressive hotel, was built in its place. However, it was demolished in 1916 to make way for the construction of the Hotel Cleveland. Over the years, the hotel has been a witness to many interesting events. Elliot Ness, a frequent guest, questioned one of the torso murder suspects, Francis Sweeney, in one of the hotel rooms in the 1930s. Martin Luther King Jr. was honored here with a dinner, and Duke Ellington performed a show in this historic structure. But it's not just the living who frequent the Renaissance Hotel. The fourth floor, in particular, is known for its spectral activity. Doors slam shut, toilets flush, and faucets turn on and off seemingly of their own accord. Some guests have reported seeing people enter rooms that turn out to be vacant. A spooky video even surfaced recently, showing what appears to be a strange Snapchat glitch on the fourth floor. The person who captured it claimed to have heard the sound of movement and felt someone breathing down her neck. Perhaps the most chilling tale comes from a guest who stayed on the fourth floor. She was awakened in the middle of the night by the sound of a faucet turning on in the bathroom. Thinking it was a plumbing issue, she got up to check. As she entered the bathroom, she saw the faucet turn off by itself. Startled, she quickly turned on the lights, only to find the room empty. She reported feeling a cold chill run down her spine and an eerie sense of being watched. Despite these chilling tales, the Renaissance Hotel continues to attract guests from all walks of life. Presidents, celebrities, and everyday people have stayed at this haunted hotel. Some leave with unforgettable memories, while others leave with chilling tales of their own. So, if you're ever looking for a place to stay, why not try the Renaissance Hotel? Who knows, you might just have a spectral encounter of your own. But remember, when the faucets start turning on and off by themselves, it's not a plumbing issue. It's just the resident ghosts saying hello. Remember, while these places are intriguing, always respect the property and privacy of these historic sites. Stay tuned to Really Haunted Places for more thrilling tales of the paranormal. Until next time, keep exploring, but remember, you're never alone in the dark.